We start this half hour with a closer look at your forecast. It's a nice winter day today, but expect things to get a little tricky come tomorrow night.
Storm Team 8 Chief Meteorologist Ellen Baca is joining us from the tracking center with more now. Ellen?
We've been talking about that icing threat, and that looks like Wednesday night into Thursday. It's going to be different depending on where you live. So Blake Harms is going to be taking some time and breaking that down for us piece by piece. I also want to take this moment to talk about how active it's going to be in the week ahead. We have an active storm track. That's something that we've been observing for at least a week now, and we're expecting another sweep of snow to be rolling in for us. It looks like the timing of this one should be closer to the weekend. So let's just lean into the weekend forecast for a moment for those of you that have plans. It is Super Bowl Sunday. If we look at Friday, 30 degrees, we might even see a peak of sunshine. Friday is looking good. Friday is looking pretty dry. Saturday, we have a system that we're expecting to swing on in, and just like this current system that we're watching for Wednesday, the freezing line is going to be rolling across the Great Lakes. So the biggest thing with this Saturday-Sunday system that we have to watch for is where's the freezing line going to land. There is a chance that we're going to see a wintry mix for some folks on Saturday, especially close to Kalamazoo, but it's looking pretty likely most of us will see accumulating snow Saturday into Sunday. So here's your futurecast starting Saturday morning, 6 a.m. Pretty quiet, but through the day you can see how the activity is expected to pick up, with snow more likely north of I-96 and a wintry mix more likely south of I-94. We'll continue to see some accumulating snow overnight Saturday into Sunday morning. Most of Sunday looks pretty dry aside from some flurries. So the snowfall forecast could stack up for us. The system that's coming our way Wednesday into Thursday looks to have very little snow and a bigger threat of freezing rain. Blake Harms is here with us now to talk about that potential.
Right, Ellen. As you mentioned, not a major storm by any means, but certainly enough to produce impacts in some areas. Here's what we know as of now. We're looking at a light wintry mix across most of the area, especially near and south of Grand Rapids as we head into Wednesday night and Thursday morning. A light glaze of ice looks to be possible as we head, again, especially south of I-96. But the best news is that, as we've been saying, the highest impacts from this system are likely trending to the south, down toward the state line and even further south than that. Here's an early look at how futurecast may unfold. By midnight, areas south and west of Grand Rapids will start to see some light freezing rain. That continues into the early morning hours. So the timing is such that we'll likely see a tricky Thursday morning commute, especially south of town, before precipitation winds down into the latter morning hours of Thursday. If we look at the dominant precipitation type out of this, where you see pink is where we expect mostly freezing rain, orange is where we should see mostly sleet, and blue is where we should be mostly light snow. You can certainly tell that it's right along in south of I-96 where we're most likely to see freezing rain as a whole. Here's a look at the timing breakdown. We expect that right around midnight in Grand Rapids, we could see up to 1/10 of an inch in some spots, likely coming in on the lower end of that. Kalamazoo down toward the state line, Battle Creek could see up to 2/10 with the best chance between late evening and early morning. And then Muskegon, it takes a little longer to get going, and as a result, we're expecting less in the way of freezing rain there. So again, bottom line, this isn't going to be a full-fledged ice storm, but it will be enough to produce a light glaze of ice in some areas, and it could be enough to slow down travel into Thursday morning across most of West Michigan.